Decroded is a real word. Just because it's not in the dictionary, like I wish that I was Merriam and or Webster, given the power that you are putting on Merriam and or Webster, okay? They don't get to choose what is a word in the English language. A word is something that is written or uttered that has a meaning that we all agree upon. Decroded, when I say the word decroded, you have a vision in your head of what that is. Maybe like a piece of dog poop on the ground that somebody's already stepped on and then the sun baked it so it looks like the first footprint of a man that walked on the moon. Decroded. You know what it is. Just because Merriam-Webster and dictionary.com haven't colluded to add it to the cabal of English words does not mean it's not a word. It was originated by John Heater in Napoleon Dynamite circa 2004. Can you explain its etymology? Derived from the modern English decrepit and corroded, meaning to be so old that your decro is roded. Decroded. Okay, hang on here. Did you know, by the way, you can scroll out with your mouse wheel? All weakness has left my body, people. Sisyphus has taken the world by storm. I watched Jay play this a little bit yesterday. He got stuck at this bridge. He called it the Ozempic Bridge because it gets very thin at the end of it. He couldn't get it over the bridge. I said, Jay, do you mind if I give you a little back seating? And he said, yeah, no problem. And I said, try walking it over the bridge instead of running. And he went, oh. He cleared the bridge in like a minute. I went away for 15 minutes, came back. He was further than I have ever been in the game. Me 2 years ago, what's wrong with me? Me now, I'm happy for my friend. And if Jay can do it, I can do it too. Maybe not at the same kind of pace of alacrity, but I possess the same faculties myself. Now, zoom in, grab the ball, and get ready to go, man. Look at that. Seamless. Pick up right where you left off. You got sound today early, right? Yeah, Tomo, he's a meower. I don't really know what his deal is, but he's meowing. He just likes to be heard sometimes, and I think that's true for all of us, man. I mean, the chatters especially, said non-pejoratively speaking, sometimes you just want to leave your mark on the world. You know, you just want to write like a chatter was here or something like that. I understand. Now, it's not quite Ozempic yet. Stasji. I hope I got it right. I took a quick glance in advance of the bridge. And now, we must thank you for the gifted subscriptions without the crutch of being able to read your name once more. Because I need to lock in at least a little bit. Begin with the end in mind. I want to end locked in. I want to begin locked in. Nobody tells me what I can't do. Look at that. He's done it. Now we can glance for a second. Who can ever say they've heard of this? My mother frickin' style is mad murderous, people. John locked in. Probably one of my top 15 favorite characters from Lost, for sure. Why lock in if you're just going to drop the ball 15 minutes later? DL Guigo, why go to work when Burton Malkiel already proved the efficient market hypothesis in 1977? It's because you got to do something, right? As long as you keep paying me, I'm going to keep showing up. I imagine you're in a similar boat. Here we go. He hasn't replied yet, so I know he's typing a rebuttal of the efficient market hypothesis. Actually, with so many people being invested in index funds these days, there's lots of opportunities for asymmetric price discovery if you're willing to do your research. Okay. Delta, beta, I don't know what the fuck that means, man. We're buying XEQT in this bitch. The efficient market hypothesis needs people chasing alpha? Yeah, but it wouldn't be me, man. It wouldn't be me. No shot. Now, you can skip this bridge. This one's a gimme. Do you believe in Pangea or the efficient market hypothesis? What? Sorry. That's my impression of Chibley's impression of XQC. Hang on. We are at a good spot. Quick hydrate. Don't drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. I forgot. I paused it for a second, and now I don't remember what buttons to press to play the game. Okay. You from Mississippi? Because you're the only miss who's piss-eyed sippy. That's a +2. I'll give you that one. That could be in like a R-rated Jason Sudeikis movie, where like maybe like Luke Wilson has troubles talking to girls, and then Vince Vaughn says something like, "Just go over to her and say, 'Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.'" And then he gets like really nervous and walks over and goes, "Are you from Mississippi? Because you're the only miss who's piss-eyed sippy." I could totally see that being like Josh's older brother's favorite movie of all time. It writes itself, man. Piss isn't even in the word? Yeah, but like, it feels like it is, because there's a lot of I's, S's, and P's in there. Bring the House Down in 2009, 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. 21% on Rotten Tomatoes, but your direct report thinks it's the best movie of all time and always quotes it to you at the work happy hour. Your coworker who says they can't make a movie like this anymore, and it's like some shit with 3.2 out of 10 on IMDb, where Jon Favreau says a word you're not supposed to say anymore. Anyway. Movies, man. You ever see Old School? Hi, Tomo. Millennials quoting movies to me. Gen Z trying to ask me if I've seen the new episode of Smiling Friends. Editor's note, it came out 11 minutes ago. Hey, just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing. Hi, Tomo. Please don't walk on the keyboard, okay? I'm trusting you. Ruka is a keyboard walker, so he doesn't get the privilege of walking up here, but you may get the privilege of walking up here. No. Okay, hold. We've made it back to the geysers. Allegedly. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. What's happening? He's crazy, man. Okay, we're back to Vladimir. Hold. Hang on, let's take a look at this one. Hey, Anel, I think I need to cut back on your content because I had a dream last night you came into the froyo place I worked at in college and we chopped it up. What does that mean, chopped it up? I'm only familiar with that in like a trap house, sort of. That's when you add baking soda to the crack cocaine. Chopped it up is just talking. It's just small talk. I was thinking about that yesterday. I would not have ever expected me to say this. You know what I was thinking yesterday? I was like, I need a coffee shop, man. I've gone on record many times as saying, like, I don't understand why people sit inside of the coffee shop for, like, hours and just, like, look at their laptop and, like, pretend to work and so on and so forth. Now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, I need a coffee shop to go to where, like, I know 3 other dudes that might show up at the coffee shop, but, like, there's no guarantee that they show up every day. So, like, when you see them, you're always, like, pleasantly surprised. You're always like, you know, I guess they'll let anybody in here. When they do, wow, yeah, man, like cheers. I need a coffee shop. I'm debating becoming even more addicted to caffeine just for that like perceived socialization aspect. Yeah, that's bad. That's not smart. What you're doing there is not smart. That's going to be a problem. Slow it down a little. There's no shot you had the momentum necessary to get over that, man. Come on. What are they feeding this guy, dude? He's on the NO explode. Drop the nootropic stack in the chat, please. There's no way you had the speed necessary to get over that. This dude's got cleats on, man. Oh, just it's a little slope. No. It'll stop at the X. It'll stop at the... Oh, that's... It jumped the fucking wicket, bro. No. And then the English, let's... Okay, but just hold. I got a pretty good line myself here. Will you beat this before Elden Ring DLC? I'll definitely beat this before I play the Elden Ring DLC. Is that what you're asking? Also, can I just say something without damning everybody else in my industry who I'm sure is just doing their best? Streamers, we gotta stop doing the thing where like you haven't played something, but then like a game reviewer played it and criticized it for something, and you disagree with the criticism based on what you think the game is gonna be like, and you like light them up on Twitter. I'm talking about the Eurogamer giving the Shadow of the Erdtree 3 out of 5 because they said it was overly difficult. All I'm saying, man, is like, you haven't played it, man. You haven't played. You may well be right, but to go off on the reviewer when they've played it and you haven't is like, I don't know, man. It's like it's a weird signal to me. I get it. You're like a hardcore gamer, but they played it. They played it. It doesn't mean they're right. I'm just saying, like, you know, have some respect for the reviewer. They've at least gotten their feet wet with it so far. Saved. Plus, like, it has a 95 or something like that on Metacritic. So, like, listen, it's not like they put a hit out on Miyazaki, okay? I will never respect game journalists. Bro, you should respect them more than streamers. Like, we literally just get paid to play a game and be like, it's fun if you're a fan of the genre. There's money, like, changing hands directly. I don't know how it happened. I know I'm saying the quiet part out loud, but, like, somehow we got people at the same time hold two beliefs in their head, which is, like, streamers are more trustworthy than game reviewers, but also game reviewers are untrustworthy because they're being, like, paid off directly or indirectly by the company, when the streamers are the ones being paid directly by the company. If you don't respect both of us, that's fine. I think that's a base case. Hold. And if you respect both of us, you know, I'm happy for me. I respect streamers, not you. See, that's crazy to me because I think I'm one of the more respectable ones. But you know, you do you. I'm defending my truth right now. That's all I'm saying. But like when I see people whose Twitter feed is like 99% like retweeting giveaways, and they're like, hey, look at Eurogamer, they give it a 3 out of 5 because it's too hard. Lol, hashtag get good. I'm like, I get it. Like neurologically, you know, it's just what you expect. But other streamers, I'm like, we're subject to asymmetric hate as well from people who are kind of like ignorant to what we do on a day-to-day basis. Let's not like pay it forward. You know, we should know better than anybody else. Hating feels so good, though. That is true, though. That is true. I can't deny that. It's way more fun than enjoying something. I don't know why. It really is, though. Like someone telling you that they engaged with a media property that had an emotional resonance with them that they felt deep in their soul, and then just replying like, yeah, it's kind of mid. Like, does anything feel better than that? You're basically saying like, I'm more advanced than you are. Sorry, that's a beginner's epiphany. We had that epiphany when we were in the 4th grade. We're on the more complex epiphanies now. Hating almost as good as lowballing dudes on Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure by now you've seen the Twitter account that is like 10x speed videos of the person on Facebook Marketplace offering like 8% of what the asking price is for all the stuff. And then, oh man, that's great content. Correcting the used car market one day at a time. Exactly. First time watching High. Are you smoking on the shit that makes you Google how fast does night move? Yes. I love that for you. Do you know the answer already? It's got to be pretty fast. I gotta imagine that it's pretty quick. I guess it moves faster at the equator and slower as you get closer to the North and the South Pole. Slower than light, but faster than sound. I think that's true, because doesn't sound move at like 700 kilometers an hour or something? I don't think it's related to the speed of sound, but I do think it goes faster than the speed of sound. No, the night does not travel at the speed of light, bro. You're thinking of it, this is ridiculous. Otherwise, it would be like fucking, we would be in a strobe light constantly. Like every 1/10 of a second or something like that, it would go from night to day. That would be crazy. Like, I think you can delay the onset of night by just driving east to west on a highway as fast as you can. I don't think you could ever stay in permanent daylight, but you could slow down the pace of nightfall by like 10% or something like that. He's right. Dude, I'm right, and I'm getting hit with a staggering amount of questions. What do you mean night moves at the speed of light? Then when night fell in fucking Auckland, New Zealand, it would fall in Hawaii like a millisecond later, bro. That shit's fast as fuck. See, you got me tilted now. You got me dropping my heavy ball. No! That probably slowed it down a touch. Darkness is different because it's a perspective? No, motherfucker. I'm talking about if you were to look at the Earth from the International Space Station, you would see the quote-unquote terminator that determines when day turns into night, and you would watch it spread east to west across the globe. That shit is not traveling at the speed of light. This is a fundamentally ridiculous answer. You see the sun set. If night traveled at the speed of light, that shit would be imperceptible to the human eye, much like the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. You do know that we know the speed that the Earth rotates at, right? Then why are so many people fucking confused by the question, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You don't know it, otherwise you would have typed the speed of the Earth rotating is this. Instead, you're like, I could Wikipedia it, but my time's too valuable. We're trying to share information here. We're trying to, ignite each other's curiosity. You shouldn't ask that question. Okay, well, if I went in, what's your most fucking? I'm dying to know the answer to this question. Question. Let me guess. What size are your shoes? I'm wearing the shit that makes you say blargin. Don't hit me with your decroded ass intellect, okay? We have curiosity here. We're learning something about the world around us. Someone in chat said 1,037 miles per hour. So if you were in like an SR-71 Blackbird, you could stay in permanent daylight. How fast do they fly? They got to fly pretty fast. I don't know. That's really fast, though. Like 1,000 miles an hour. That's faster than Doaku on the Peloton, and that's saying something. You stay at the North Pole, it's easy. True. I was telling this to Corey yesterday, but I'm getting pissed off at the fact that the nights are so long. The nights are so short, and the sun stays up so late. It's actually like a huge boon for your quality of life, unless you have a toddler that you're trying to teach to go to bed at 8 p.m. And then you got to be like, she's like, it's morning. And I'm like, it's not morning, it's 8 p.m. But even though it's bright as fuck outside, and like you can see the sun pouring in through the blackout curtains, like, I'm telling you, it's 8, man. And then, so I went to bed at like 9:15 last night. I woke up at 4:30 because Ruka threw up. No, we're not doing this today. You're holding. At 4:30, the sun had already like started to peek out its little head. And I was like, maybe I should just wake up. Hold. Like, I don't know, the hardest job in the world has got to be choosing when to say that the sun goes down and comes up in Vancouver. Because, like, at 4:40 a.m., it was bright. Like, you could walk outside and see the sidewalk without a flashlight. So how do you choose? But no no meteorologist that's self-respecting is going to be like, oh, the sun comes up at like 4:15 in the morning today. You're going to get death threats, man. People are going to be like, that's too early. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait. Hold. If you drove 110 kilometers an hour directly east to west at the 49th parallel, you would slow down nightfall by almost exactly 10%. Let's go. That was a back of the napkin calculation. Thank you, Richard Feynman. I appreciate that. Now, you wouldn't be able to do that much with the time because you'd be driving, but okay. Walk it across. Yeah, you can't have any traffic. That's for certain. My dude's feet must be like cold as fuck, man. Today's stream is dedicated to the motherfucker who invented shoes. That's fine. We go again. Why? Because that was probably like a huge quality of life increase, man. Yeah, I hope he's getting his dick sucked in heaven next to the guy who invented the Egg McMuffin. Just push it to the wall, man. That is new tech. The Egg McMuffin creator is definitely in hell. Fucking why, bro? What's wrong with the Egg McMuffin now? You really can't have shit in 2024. The dude who invented the egg and ham English muffin sandwich is in hell. For what, man? Obesity? Nobody's getting obese off Egg McMuffins, bro. They're like 306 calories each. It's probably less, honestly. Come on. A little bread, a little egg, a little ham, a little cheese. You could do worse. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be one of the healthiest things at McDonald's, man. Okay, push it. What about the apples? Okay, the healthiest shit at McDonald's that people actually order. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be the parent that gets the Happy Meal, and then when you get the choice between small fries and apple slices, takes the apple slices. It's just not going to happen. That's like, you don't go to McDonald's in that case. You're really gonna buy a Happy Meal for and I like apples. Like I'm very apple pilled. I've been eating like 2 Cosmic Crisp a day right now, but you know, give to Caesar that which is Caesar, and give to Ronald's that which is Ronald's. You get the apple slices and the fries. You can get double fries. Every time, Europeans, I'm aligning with you on this one. You always, like, you say something like, hey, a McDouble's not that bad. And then, like, 10,000 Americans are like, actually, it's the cause of the obesity crisis. And I'm like, how? This shit's 280 calories. And they're like, you got to eat 4 of them to be full. That's your fucking problem, dude. What do you mean double fries in a Happy Meal? My kid's 3.5 years old. That's crazy. That's like child abuse in the other direction. You just eat one of them, and then, like, you know, your brain might be like, I could eat more, but you go, fuck that. You hop in the car and get stuck in traffic for like 2 hours. That's the secret, man. Hold. You're the boss. Okay, hold. A double quarter pounder is perfect macros. It's too much beef for me, man. I mean, that's a half pound of beef right there in a single sandwich. Not even like a day, in a single sandwich. You know what? Peace be with you, though. You could do worse. You could do worse. They're so small. No, we're not. You have a problem. The double quarter pounder with cheese is not small, man. It's a full-size bun, 2 beef patties, one slice, maybe 2 slices of cheese. Come on. It is, though. It's not small, man. Info. How many times do you snack a day? It used to be a lot. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm cutting right now, and I'm trying to keep myself honest. So you know what I've been doing lately? I hate that I have to resort to this level of manipulation of my own brain. I've been brushing my teeth right after dinner. That way, if I want to eat more, I have to get over the barrier of, like, I would have to brush my teeth again. Which is not a barrier that's insurmountable, but sometimes it's like just enough to be like, I don't really need to eat right now. It's interesting tech, man. Try doing it after every meal? No, because, like, I mean, I'm trying to get caught up. I'm not trying to be in, like, the remake of The Machinist, you know? That's a little too much for me. Hold. Wasn't Christian Bale eating 1 apple a day for that? What's crazy is that, like, nowadays he would get skewered online. People would be like, 1 apple a day, that's so much sugar. He should really just eat 12 slices of bacon instead. Sorry, I don't know. Maybe? Is this something? Fake guy just dropped. You know what, though? I feel like I'm okay now. I used to bother me being the guy who makes up guys to get mad at. Because there's a new genre of guy who makes up guy to get mad at, which is guy who feeds made up guy into Chat GPT and then gets mad at the guy that Chat GPT makes up. So I actually feel like just from society getting like a little bit worse, I now look better in relation to them. You're worse than that guy? No, no shot. At least I'm just eating apples to fuel my straw, man. They're like burning up chunks of the Amazon rainforest, bro. What about a guy who prefers pears to apples? That's crazy. I mean, I'm honestly, I know we've been through this before. I would love to interview like the purchasing manager at a grocery store, like a big grocery store. Question number one would be like, how many pears do you throw out a month? 'Cause I swear to you, I buy pears once a year, being like, oh, it's been a while since I had a pear, and then I eat one, and I'm like, fuck, man, this is garbage. And I don't buy them again for another year. And I also feel like I've never seen a grocery cart with pears in it. That might be obscured because the produce bags are like almost the same color as a pear. So like, but I like when I see that there's like a bin of apples and it's next to an equally sized bin of pears, I'm like, you fucked up, man. The apple section should be like 8 times the size of the pear section. There's no way you're moving the same quantity of pears as you are apples, man. That's crazy. I think you just buy spoiled pears. It's the opposite, man. Like, I buy the pears that are like, I think it's like the fruit version of an avocado. Maybe avocado's a fruit to begin with. But like a pear, when it's perfect, is pretty good. But it's only perfect for like a day. 6 hours before it ripens, it's like eating a raw coconut. Like the texture is like fingernails. And then 6 hours after it's ripe, like it turns into mush. If you get one in that like golden period, it's great. But it's just like too much fucking work, man. I gotta have like a spreadsheet and a series of like raspberry pies set up to alert me of when my pears reach perfect ripeness. The apples are just good, like, they taste the same for like 10 days straight. I'm sorry, pears have to evolve. They no longer, this is not like Middlesbrough in 1700. Like, we're growing other shit. We don't have to eat pears just because there's no other options. Asian pears? I know librarian, we've had this conversation 400 times, but Asian pears, good, but so expensive. $3, $4, $5 a pear. Like it's quite pricey. A little rich for my blood. For the amount of fruit we're consuming as a household right now. Little much. Okay, hold. Just need to, I don't want to be caught in the hitbox though. Then just buy one? No, bro, I need to eat I need to eat more than one Asian pear. That's not, for the kind of guy that I am, that's not enough fruit, man. Meanwhile, the hamburger eaters are like, you need 2 McDoubles. That's what I'm saying, man! Oh, I cut my Asian pear in half. That's just too much fruit for me to eat. 2 beef patties, a full-size bun, 1.5 slices of cheese, diced onions, ketchup, mustard, pickle on a sesame seed roll. Yeah, I'd probably need like 3 or 4 of those to be satiated. Like, what are you talking about, man? Okay, this is a hold. He doesn't get the bit. No, I get the bit. It's wordplay. It's prosaic and beneath me, honestly. I'm trying to cut some motherfuckers down to the quick, not like, get gilded on Reddit. Okay? We're past that, man. I don't even know what benefits you get for that. Username, you get a notification when your username is mentioned in a thread. That's a fucking debuff, bro. I don't want that shit. You'll never be Chatterino. You get an NFT avatar too? So tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. Okay. Great progress so far. Great progress. And then hold. I just popped out to get a coffee. A busload of kids were screaming skibbity riz. That sounds right. That sounds legit to me. Why is there a busload of kids in the third week of June, though? Where are they going, man? School's out for summer. School's out forever, according to Alice Cooper. Summer school? They got a bus that takes you to summer school? I thought like part of the cost was like your parents have to drive you. So they're like, no. We're not going to be doing this today. We're not going to be doing this today, bro. Don't look. Where is it? Where the... No! Oh, it cleared the holder too. That thing had some fucking momentum on it, man. Ozempic Bridge, buy me some time, please. No, thank you. Oh, we'll go back. We do it again. It's fun to do it again. The pair enjoyers send their regards. I'm mature enough to know that this is headcanon. Like, it's not necessarily true, what I'm about to say. That's a straight shot right there. But I am inclined, my hunch... My head canon, if you will, is if you are typing that pears are better than apples, your fruit consumption is like 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a week. You're not a real fruit eater, in my opinion. Oh, yes. And if you say like apples are better than pears, you might eat 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a week, but you might eat like up to 20 pieces of fruit a week. I'm a real fruit eater, and yesterday, fruit consumption, part of a miniature watermelon, 2 cosmic crisp apples, 1 or 2 golden kiwis, I can't remember. A few cherry tomatoes. I'm putting them in the fruit camp just because it serves me here. Strawberries clear all. As a real fruit eater, I think strawberries actually possibly the most overrated food on the planet. Overrated fruit, okay? I'll eat them. And part of the reason I have a bias because my daughter eats a lot of strawberries. So I also have ended up eating like way more strawberries than I personally would choose to over like the past 3 years. But I'm like, I don't know. I find myself consistently underwhelmed by strawberries. Maybe it's a farmer's market versus grocery store thing. I mean, when you get like a sweet strawberry, you're like, this shit is like amazing. When you get like a grocery store strawberry, you're like, why does it taste like acidic? But then like, you might say just go to the farmer's market, but like I got a life to live, man. And the grocery store has perfectly goated apples, like, less than 10 feet from the strawberries. The apples always hit. We get it. You love apples. Mini oranges, goated for sure. Grapes, yeah, I like a grape. Pears underrated? They're rated, they're actually overrated if anybody thinks that they're rated at all. Cherries. I've been eating some, I did probably eat like 2 handfuls of cherries yesterday too. I forgot to include that in my ledger. I mean, we're fucking stocked with fruits, man. Worst fruit, pomegranate. It is at the intersection of like not filling, not that delicious, and also insanely expensive. And like the preparation for it is annoying. It's my favorite fruit. I just know your shirt's got fucking crimson stains all over. I don't need to. You can like pomegranate. You didn't say anything insulting me. I don't know why I'm immediately insulting you. That's not necessary. I don't know why that was my first impulse. I like a mango, sure. I like a raspberry. Bananas are there. I got nothing against them. Bananas serve a purpose. Bananas for me is like the same way I like look at Soylent. I'm like, I need sugar inside of my body, and I don't really like, they've put it in a relatively pleasing form to consume. That's very convenient. And also, like, let's not get into the machinations of it, but 6 bananas costs like $1.03, which is like, you don't see that bargain too often in 2024. In my office, pears are always the last thing to go out of the fruit bowl. This could, like, I have given pears, like, I've given them their day in the sun. You know, when my parents bought fruit to put in my school lunches growing up, you know, you'd go 1 week apples, 1 week pears, 1 week apples, 1 week pears, etc., etc. So I grew up having like a little bit of a fondness for pears, but you just realize, like, I mean, I gotta have like 5 mid pears for every like 1 divine piece of fruit. Like, it's just, the optics are bad, man. Is that like the only fruit where they haven't done artificial selection on? Like, why are they still planting the pears that taste bad? Just plant the ones that are sweet and juicy and like relatively soft but still somewhat crispy. And like throw the other ones in the compost bin, man. They did. Now they're called apples. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Pears equal apples? No shot, bro. Like, it's just... I will say, though, canned pears or like pears in juice go crazy. That's for sure. Maybe pears are just one of those fruits that like has to be soaked in syrup or something like that. I don't know. I don't get it. Apples are the one in the compost. If you're going to insult apples, at least tell me, are you picking your apples individually or are you getting the bag from the orchard like pre-tied? Because I'm a fruit selector. I'm knocking on watermelons to see if they sound hollow. I'm picking up apples and giving them like a little squeeze. Anytime I've like gone to Walmart and bought the ones that are like in the bags, I've always been like, they're not sending their best in the bags. The apples in the bags are like 70% of the size of the apples that are in the individual section. You can actually like crush them just by squeezing them in your hand. Like those apples are not fit for unprocessed human consumption. You're making them into sauce or cider or pie or something. The discerner has logged on. What about a good peach? Peaches are amazing. I have a hiccup art. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. I have a PTSD associated with peaches because at like age 6, I bit into a peach really hard and then cracked my tooth on the pit. And now, even though that was 20 years ago or more, uh, every time I eat a peach, like I can feel my front right tooth like kind of cringe a little bit. She doesn't want to go to daycare today. But I really want her to go to daycare today, so looks like I'm going to win this one. Dub, dub, dub. Toddler BTFO. Imagine what it's going to be like in school. I think she's going to like it, honestly. I don't know. I honestly think that maybe this is cope, but, you know, a lot of people live their whole lives in cope. I think that she doesn't like daycare that much because it's kind of boring. Like, because there's babies at daycare. So, like, they have to tailor all of the activities so that they're, like, baby friendly. And then in school, when you're only surrounded by people that are like your same age, at least you're getting like age appropriate challenges and difficulties and stuff. Who's your child's BTS bias? She's not much of a BTS girly, to be honest. She really likes Magnetic by Illit. Like, that's her favorite song maybe of all time. It's either that or something by Perry Grip. Probably like Shopping Penguin or something like that. Or Oh Potato Dog. When are you going to introduce her to Lonesome Crowded West? Every time I drive, basically. But sometimes she does cry and say, Daddy, I want to listen to my music. And I'm like, okay, fine. Just at the end of this song, she doesn't know that shit's fucking 11 minutes long. Let's go! Her songs are like 42 seconds each. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, she likes Pink Panther S. I get that joke, kind of. She makes short songs. Didn't she give an interview? It was like, there's no reason for a song to ever be longer than like 90 seconds. I can understand that. I mean, she's Bob Pollard pilled. She's Guided by Voices pilled. No glances, bro. No glances. Okay, I'm glancing. I'm glancing. I like songs that are 40 minutes to an hour in length. Okay, Vaughn Williams, I see you. Fucking Schubert ass. A little ambitious on that one, but you know what? We take those. We take those. You be smoking on the shit that made Pomp Circumstance. Okay, chill, 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 chill a little. And now go. Dip betwixt the mounds. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling dialed. I'm feeling, by my standards, relatively undistracted. Correcting errors before they become a huge problem. Zooming out to see the challenges that lie in front of us. And picking our moment. That's the important part. Picking your moment. There's a sweet science to this game, okay? Candy bar tier list? You got the wrong guy. Now this is the hard part right here. I'm gonna hold you right there. I'm gonna take a little drink of water. Ramen tier list? You got the wrong guy. I consider myself the only rational noodle consumer. I don't eat instant ramen ever, and I love restaurant ramen. I would say I consume it once a month. Maybe I could go straight through. That's a good idea. You're not a college student? I mean, in college, I was eating meals that probably cost like as much as a pack of ramen noodles. They were just made of like really cheap bread and like, you know, cheese I stole from my roommate. Unethical life pro tips. I'm fucked. No, I'm saved. I'm saved. Ooh. This was not me, okay? Because I was very like only drink water and beer pilled in university, okay? I was like, I'm not drinking my calories until Thirsty Thursday, when I will be drinking only drinking my calories. But my roommate had an unethical life pro tip that I still laugh about today. There was like a portion of our house went in communally on orange juice. So like they would all buy one carton of orange juice, like one person would buy it, and then when that one was finished, you would move to the next person in the rotation and they would buy it, and so on and so forth. When he got to his spot in the rotation, he would wait till everybody went to bed, and he would take out one of those orange juice from concentrate cans and mix it up in like the pitcher, and then pour the pitcher into the old fresh orange juice carton. So bro was getting fresh squeezed orange juice at Minute Maid from concentrate prices. He's a scammer. Nobody ever noticed I mean, like, yes, did he violate their trust? Yes. But nobody ever mentioned anything. And instead of paying, $4 a carton for orange juice, he was paying like 70 cents or something like that. How'd you figure it out? Because he told me, because he knew I'm a fucking steel trap, bro. Honestly, like, this is going to be a rude awakening, but why didn't I, like, narc on him? Because I liked him a lot more than the people he was taking advantage of with this orange juice scheme. If he was doing something, like, really fucked up, I would have let it slip. But, like, the orange juice thing, I was like, that's just funny, honestly. You just told 8,000 people, though? Yeah, this was in, like, 2008. It's a long time ago. Don't get that close to the geyser, Soze. He's probably dead. I don't think so. He's probably doing okay. It seems weird to do that to save a couple bucks. Oh, so you hate poor people? Sorry, I've just always wanted to be on the other side of that one. I see why you do it now. It feels good. It does feel good. You instantly feel like you're in the right as soon as you say it. I get it now. I get it, man. We're breaking new ground, people. Holy fuck, there's a lot of geysers. Oh, they put a sneaky one at the back there. That is devilish, man. Because I was going to take a little break off to the side. How rude. According to my research. That was very close. The ball was getting a little bit of a mind of its own. I think let's just chill for a moment. I think we could move to the left, but I think we should just push past this row first. The lateral movement can be a little sussy sometimes. You ever eat a sussy sandwich? Hang on. Okay, hold. Hold. What are you talking about? A sussy sandwich, man. You ever eat a sussy sandwich? Did I stutter? Perfect time to hold. This is our move. Yes, yes. Okay. I'd like to stay away from the wall. I don't know the coefficient of friction of this stone here. I'd like to stay away and keep the ball in open space as much as possible, and then push it through these on the diagonal. And then you can hold for just the briefest of moments. No matter what, you got to go through a double geyser. So I'd rather go through a double geyser right here, because the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So like line it up, and this is going to have to be a very well-timed push. Not yet. Just wait for it. This is where champions are made. No matter what, you got to go through a double geyser. We go again. I'm a little bit sus about this rock, but I think we clear it without getting stuck. Okay, that one I almost went a little too early. Let's back it up 1.6 radians. That's tech. That's tech. Okay. There's a rock right there, so we got to move slightly to the side. Just get it to the holder. The ball is in the eye of the holder. I want to take it back. That kind of fell apart. The jump didn't work. The jump didn't go over. It's coming home. It's coming home. What's up with the cauldrons of Barcelona, bro? Nothing to get scared about. Oh, but we earned this. We earned this one. Whoo! Look, dude, he's so tired. There you go. Take a little break. I've never seen his idle animation before.